Okay, it's Q&A time. So if this is your first Q&A, I'm Lori Dotson. We are Empowered Abundance. We teach from a model called EMFREE. The presupposition behind EMFREE is that we are 100% human, 100% spirit. And when we are integrated in those two, we become the fullness of us and in alignment with who God's created us to be here on this planet. Within Empowered Abundance, we have a collective, and within that collective, we have an opportunity for members in the collective to ask questions. And then I have the pleasure of answering them. And most of the time, I can generalize them and be able to answer a question that can serve more people. This one is a little tricky. Okay. So I'm going to read it and then we'll see how it unpacks. But I think I might need to do a little bit of something for just this individual person. I will answer it as blanket as I can, but there's going to be some specific for this specific one person. Okay. The people pleaser in me is still alive and feels like it's growing, not shrinking. I'm trying to listen to my intuition, to what God wants me to do, but it feels like what comes up is fucking please the people. And I don't want. Oh, I don't want to. Is that just me being my old me, or is that actually God telling me that? How do I know the difference? So, first and foremost, the first commandment is thou shalt have no other gods before me. So, if you are in a place where you feel like you need to please people, you're probably in an old pattern of people pleasing. That's not God, because God would say, I am always first. Okay. Now, with that said, you may have come to a point in your evolution where God says, you're so fulfilled, consider what the other person needs. You're so in alignment with me, either in general or in this specific circumstance or situation. You're so in alignment, like, I'm just going to overflow on you. What do these people need? Right? But that's not what I feel like this person is saying. This person is saying, like, I feel like the God in me, the intuition in me is telling me to please people. That's not God. Okay. Recognizing now, I'm not saying that it's not always God if you hear, hey, go and do what that person needs. Now I'm speaking specifically to this person. Okay. This person is functioning from that old energy of people pleasing. Now, how do we know in general? Well, does it make you feel free or does it make you feel obligated? Does it make you feel heavy or does it make you feel like, oh my gosh, this would be so fun to please this person? Right? There's times where I go out of my way to do something for my mom that maybe, like, on the surface, I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do this. But when I think about doing it, I'm like, but it feels so good. Like, this would be such a blessing to her. And it lightens how I feel. Okay. But if I'm like, oh, I should really do this for my mom. Well, my mom can't handle it, or my mom can't do it by herself, or blah, blah. And I'm in a story and it feels obligatory and heavy. That's the old people pleasing. Right. And in that moment, we need to stop and step back and go, okay, if I was okay, because guys, we people please because we want them to like us. I mean, let's just be real. We're not really trying to please people. We're trying to please people so they like us. So it really comes from our own inadequacies. Sorry about it. It's not because we're nice. It's not. Because if we're doing it from a place of service, like I explained, like, oh my God, it would really bless my mom. And it feels like I feel the lightness of what it would feel like to do this for my mom. That's service. Okay. If I feel obligated, if I feel like I need to, if I feel like somebody would be disappointed in me if I didn't, that's not service. That's people pleasing. And that is not about like them being happy. It's about them being happy with me because I feel like I'm not okay unless they're happy with me. Yes. So when we always remember that we are either functioning from love or for love, it simplifies everything. In this moment that I'm about to do this thing, whatever that thing is that would be the behavior behind the people pleasing, do I feel freer and lighter? Do I feel like I'm completely full and sustained in my spirit and I want to give and overflow? Or do I want to do this so that that person approves of me? Do I want to do this so that person's not mad at me? Do I want to do this so that that person loves me? Yeah, all of that is and it's all about us. It's from our own inadequacies. Go get squared up with God, go get right before God, and now go ask yourself, is this a behavior? Is this a action that is serving everybody? Because if you're doing it out of obligation, guess what? You're going to want something back from them, i.e., their approval, their acceptance, their whatever. And then if they don't, now we get pissed. Because why? Because we did a transactional thing trying to control somebody else. Sorry about it. Love you guys. All right. Comments, questions, suggestions, whatever. Please put them in the comments, and we'll see you next time for some more Q&A. Or you're watching these on recording and you can just go to the next one. Whatevs.